Ursula Franklin was a pioneering physicist, pacifist, and feminist. At 22, she survived the bombing of Berlin and the detention and separation of her family into concentration camps. Though she was reunited with her mother and father after the war, others were not so lucky. Franklin's experience moved her to use her life to promote peace, and her legacy is powerful and significant. We'll explore just a few lessons from her ideas here. Lesson 1. We must carefully define peace so that we can properly pursue it. Franklin's definition of peace was groundbreaking. Peace is the presence of justice and the absence of fear. The absence of fear means not just ending fears of war and physical violence, but also fears like not having your basic needs met or being denied equal treatment under the law. Peace is indivisible. Either we all have it or none of us do. Lesson 2. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. A.J. Must. Franklin used this wisdom as shorthand to describe the essential philosophy of nonviolence. She explained that threatening and bullying, making some nations fearful so that others might fear less, is no way to peace. She advocated for diplomacy and pointed out that the war on terror is in fact a war that has no battlefield or boundaries to safeguard civilians, creating an environment in which everyone is in danger of becoming collateral damage. In the case of the September 11th terrorist attacks, she suggested viewing them as a social earthquake, so that the root causes may be identified and addressed, rather than pursuing violent means that would produce more victims. Franklin suggested all kinds of peace-building practices, and many of them were simple shifts in perspective. Lesson 3. The exclusive stress on winning is in most cases non-constructive, to put it mildly.
Please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. No, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Franklin points out that winning typically necessitates far more losers than winners. Lesson 4. Turn off devices and tune into silence. The assault of noise and unsolicited messages on people's souls seems to me to create an environment of violence quite akin to how aggression and war hurt innocent bystanders. While modern neuroscience is just beginning to understand the detrimental effects of our devices on cognitive performance, it also tells us practices like meditation that engage silence have many beneficial effects on cognition and physical wellness. Franklin would be quick to add that silence is an enabling environment. It is not a purpose in itself. It is what happens in the silence that makes the difference. Lesson 5. Protect the commons. The commons is the term used to refer to the cultural and natural resources accessible to all members of a society, including natural materials like air, water, and a habitable earth. This is a simple but important concept because when we ask ourselves, who owns the air? The answer is all of us. Our friends, our enemies, and complete strangers. As a physicist, Franklin participated in the baby tooth survey, a study in which scientists demonstrated the harmful effects of atmospheric nuclear testing by showing dramatically increased levels of radioactive isotopes in baby teeth after the detonation of large-scale atomic bombs. This led to President Kennedy signing the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty in 1963, which was detrimental to the health and future of the entire planet. When we work to protect the commons, we reinforce a social contract that says people and the common good are valued more than profit. Ursula Franklin's mission for peace urges us to reassess our moral positions towards violence in order that we might re-examine the state of our world and choose peace. This short remix is just scratching the surface. If you find her ideas interesting, please check out some of her books at your local library.